morning. I'm Sarah Accioni.
I'm Jerry Accioni.
And we are the team for Your Oxford.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
We are coming to you this morning from the pub at Norwich Ave, and they're located at 305 Norwich Ave, so conveniently located. Thanks so much to John and Josh for letting us take over the corner this morning.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you haven't been in here, we stopped in here the other night and had their burgers on half-price burger night. It was delicious.
Tuesdays, by the way. Fabulous hamburger.
And a great buy, even better. So
it was Jerry's turn to buy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And my turn to clean. That's why we went out. Anyway, sorry. We do have a special guest.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Ernie Hardeman.
Very much. Sorry I missed the event the last time you were
we'll
here.
invite you. Yeah, we'll invite you next
Tuesday
time.
nights, okay?
Very good.
So, Ernie, what's new? What's happening?
Well, we're just here to maybe talk a little bit about the what we call the willing host legislation.
Okay.
Of course, it's legislation that I put forward at Queen's Park, again for the second time because the government prorogued the House, but this is legislation that says that the Ministry of the Environment cannot approve a landfill site unless they have a willing host. So they must communicate with and discuss with and negotiate with, I think that's the most important word, negotiate with the host municipality or adjacent municipalities to make sure that that they are receptive of them.
Yeah, that everybody wants this to be.
Well, I think that's the whole thing. I think even the proponents of landfill realize that at some time they're going to have to work out an agreement with the municipality, but they don't have to do that before they go through this expensive process. When they get through the end of the process, it becomes very hard and they will fight long and hard not to proceed with it. So I think it's much more important that we have that discussion up front. Now you have to remember, this type of legislation applies already if somebody wants to build a casino in the community, they have to have a willing host. If they want to deposit nuclear waste, they have to have a willing host.
Right.
So the precedent's there already.
If you want to put up a Tim Hortons, if you want to put the pub on 59, you have to get municipal approval. If you can't get municipal approval, you can't put it there.
Okay.
It would seem to me, if they can do that, why would you not have to have permission from a municipality to put a landfill in their community? So they can decide, even if they're not opposed to it, they can decide where in that municipality they would be willing to have it, where it wouldn't disrupt the building of their community and the type of community they have. So I think that's so important. Now I said I introduced it quite a number of months ago, and then when the House prorogued right out of the blue, the Premier said, we're going to prorogue the House on Friday, and Monday morning when we come we're going to have a throne speech, so that's a new setting, but then everything on the order paper dies, including private members' bills.
Right.
So then we immediately reintroduce it so we can re-debate it.
Okay.
I'd say I'd like
Are we
to have
optimistic?
I know. I'd like to say that it's going to be re-debated before the House recesses for the election, but there's 2 weeks left.
I was going to say, we're running out of time.
I'm not on the private members' business in the next 2 weeks, so that tells you the answer. Having said that, it's not as bad as it is. What we really wanted to do was build up the awareness and the support for this bill going forward. So when we come back after an election, that everybody that's there knows what we're talking about and the need for it. Remembering that the bill says, some people have suggested that maybe it should have been done a long time ago, but the bill says that the Minister of Environment cannot approve a landfill site unless they have a willing host. So the question of whether they have a willing host doesn't come up until they get there. But this will say anyone who is looking to put one there better go for that willing host, because that's the most important part. If they don't have that, they can't proceed.
Right. Okay.
Well, we certainly support the bill, that's for sure. We
Well, there you
wish
go.
you the
Well, and I think this is
best
true
of luck.
because of what I mentioned earlier about the number of things that you do need a willing host for. And we're getting all kinds of support from municipalities who all believe, for not only for landfill but for other things, that this should give them. They should have the ability to do that.
Right.
We've had a number of bills that gave municipalities more authority. For whatever reason, the ministers have not decided to put the landfill in it, and so we're hoping to do that.
Oh, that's great. I mean, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Well, we're going to keep plugging along with
Yeah,
it.
keep
We're
plugging
getting
along.
there,
That's
right?
what
We're
we'd
getting
love.
We've
there.
been doing a number of other things to try and,
Well, of
and
course.
bring it to their attention. We've been up on our feet hundreds, if not thousands, of times
no
in the
doubt
House
of
to bring again each time to bring awareness, petitions, letters to the minister,
Right.
and so forth. The community's been great. They've been signing letters and petitions and keep sending them in. I cart them to Queen's Park, and we get up and we present them in the legislature. And it's I think. Most people, if not everyone in the municipality or in the legislature knows. If I'm getting on my feet, it's likely going to contain the word landfill in it.
That's good, though. They're not able to forget.
I bought some, and yes.
Exactly.
mentioned before.
That's
yeah.
good.
So,
Well, again, Ernie, thank you so much from all the citizens here. I mean, I think we all agree with what you're doing and what you're trying to do. So keep up the great work, what you're doing there, and well, you have our support.
Well, thank
sure.
you, thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it for today. I'm sure we're going to have you on again. We'll talk about the next item, and after the election, we'll.
Okay, very good,
Same
very
chat.
good. Thank you very much. It's
Best
great
of
to
luck.
be here.
Yes.
Well, we
Thank
love
you.
having you on.
Thank
so-
you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much to Ernie Hardeman. Thank you to Josh and John from the pub at Norwich Ave for letting us come in and take over their space today.
Yep. Great space. Great burgers. Did I mention that?
And wings. Do not forget the wings. The wings here are amazing.
Hot.
Perfect.
Hot.
Perfect.
Anyways, till next time, from all of us here at Your Oxford, don't forget, like, comment, tag a friend, and share. Thanks, everybody.
See you
Take
next
care.
time.
Bye now.